This is what I saw. This was my dream. I was standing, but there was no floor, no walls, no ceiling. Everything was black, and all I can see is his name streaming in white letters in front of me. Why is it always 3 o'clock? I jumped out of bed because the phone rang. I was in the nursing home ministry, and someone was actively dying, and they asked if I would come in, and I did. This is what it's like sometimes to serve my high priest, my king, and my God. I wanted to make a video about Jesus. I soon realized that there is vast complexity and one video can't do it justice. So I'm going to make a series of videos, and we're going to start in John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. Who's He? I think it's Jesus. Was in the beginning with the Father. We'll explore this in Proverbs 8. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and the life was in the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Who's the darkness here? Unclean spirits, the devil, wickedness, evil. So let's jump to Proverbs 8:22 and see if we can get more information. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his way. So when we see capital L-O-R-D in our English translations, that usually means the Father. So let's translate. The Father possessed me, Jesus, at the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I have been established. Now the I here is Jesus. Established should be in the Hebrew set up to reign. So, I, Jesus, have been set up to reign from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was ever an earth. So check this out. The Father possessed Jesus at the beginning of his way, before the works of old. Jesus has been set up to reign from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was ever an earth. Incidentally, in Ephesians it says, even as he chose us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and blameless before him in love. Wrap your head around that one. Verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own dominion, his own creation, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. Jesus can be love and long-suffering and patient. However, he can be angry and annoyed. Just watch. Job's 3 friends are going to bring this out. Who is this who darkens counsel with words without knowledge? Now prepare yourself like a man. I will question you, and you will answer me. Verse 4. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? To what were its foundations fastened? Or who laid its cornerstone? Then, when the morning stars sang together, the angels in heaven, and all the sons of God shouted for joy, again the angels. Or who shut in the sea with its doors? Doesn't it seem that Satan does things in waves? In a short period of time, we've seen large food processing plants go up in smoke. Livestock and poultry were destroyed as well. Since you're buying food anyways, perhaps give heaven's harvest a try. When the shelves are bare, yours won't be. There is this curious verse in Luke 19:10. For the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. Okay. However, if something is currently lost, then it had to have been possessed in the past. So remember the head wrap I mentioned earlier? I said in Ephesians 1:4 that Jesus chose us in him before the foundation of the world. Well, let's examine what happened. Check this out. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And before you were even born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. Let's look at Psalms 139:13 through 16. For you formed my inner parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it well. My take is we were in spirit form in some interdimensional existence with Jesus long before the earth and the universe were created. I guess if you're looking for aliens, we are it. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth, I see this as we come from Adam, who was made from the elements of the earth. Maybe this is why we need proteins, minerals, and metals in our body, such as zinc, calcium, and iron, to name a few. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, meaning us. The days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them, meaning we are all unique. Back to Psalms 139. Therefore, we see that what was written in these books started when our life started, and the Watchers, which is a type of angel, recorded everything. To note, those who believe in Jesus have your least desirable actions blotted out. How important is our actions here in this life, for it will affect us in the life to come. Now we see those books open as judgment commences. In Daniel 7, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him, and thousands ministered to him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The court was seated, and the books were open. Also, in Revelation 20, we see, and I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God, and books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged according to their works, by the things which were written in those books. I want to show you the dominion, the awesome glory that is our God, our Jesus. Let's look in Daniel. I saw in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven there came one like the Son of Man, and he came to the Ancient of Days, and was presented before him. And to him was given dominion and glory and the kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom one that shall not be destroyed.